Siemaneczko, witam was serdecznie z tej strony MistrzSaku. Zapraszam nas na kontynuację gry Spellforce 3. Na dzisiejszym streamie postaram się ukończyć tą mapę. Akurat chcemy zwerbować sojuszników orków. Zobaczymy, jak to będzie. Zadanie będziemy mieć właśnie pojedynek między orkami, między naszym gorem a krelem, który chce zjednoczyć po prostu orków i przejąć władzę nad wszystkimi plemioniami i prawdopodobnie po dzisiejszym czasie wyruszyć na ludzi, na elfy. Po prostu nie chcemy do tego dopuścić. Przydadzą nam się praktycznie też orkowie też są bardzo silni i tak dalej. Zobaczymy, jak historia się tutaj rozwinie. Okej, przepraszam was za to. Piszę tu też z koleżanką i to tak zaczęła nagle pisać znów mi. No właśnie. Gdy odpaliłem strumyka. Dobra, ruszamy z tą fabułą. Dobra, no to lecimy.
Sounds like a plan.
Menu już jest ze spokojem aktywowany. Okej, możemy sobie tutaj zobaczyć, co tu takiego możemy spotkać. Może jakichś przeciwników. Typowo dla orków, że ziemie są troszeczkę takie jałowe, górzyste. Dobra, widzimy tutaj. Powiem wam szczerze, że ten ork jest dość dobry. Bardzo dobry.
Sure.
Jakiś skarb. Eliksir ulgi, na 20 sekund zapewnia regenerację. O, to będzie sobie strona dobrze, to bardziej by do podwojownika podchodziło. No dobra, lecimy. Jezu, jak te góry są fajnie zrobione, naprawdę.
Shut up, he's here.
Let's see.
Gore, what's the meaning of this? Who are these pale skins?
My allies. I'm here to challenge you to a duel, Krell. I will be the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
I hope this is a joke.
No. You are a danger to our race, and I won't stand by while you drag us into chaos. Once again, I challenge you to a duel, here and now.
Kill them, and feed their corpses to the undead.
Nic nam nie zrobią.
I need help over here.
I can't focus.
O, widzę, że się nie zgodziłem na pojedynek, tylko od razu chciał je kurde rozwalić.
Interesting.
Just as I expected. Bloody coward. Time for our second plan.
Which is...
We'll storm his cow.
What's a cow?
His homestead, his camp. If he doesn't want to face me like a child of Zarak would, we'll force him to.
But we can't take on an entire army by ourselves.
I know that, Tahar. But luckily I'm not the only fire wielder with sense left in him. There's a camp of my brethren nearby who've been sympathizing with my cause, and who promise me their support if push comes to shove. Follow me. Fine.
A nie, to wyżej. Dobra. O, tu mam jakieś zejście.
Yes.
Dobra. To jak już przyjmiemy wszystko, dopiero będziemy wchodzić do podziemi lub do lochów, bo tak to jest bez sensu obecnie. Walka o władzę. O, jak to fajnie wygląda. Naprawdę.
Who are you? Where's Zargol?
In a better place. You're here to rally against him, aren't you? Good thing I told him that would happen.
Get out of my sight.
Why? Because you think these orcs support your cause? They don't. They only pretend to because Zargol told them to. And seeing who you choose to surround yourself with makes me understand why. Paleskins here at the foot of Barga Gore? Honestly, Gore, how low can you go?
These paleskins will do what all of you are too scared to do. Put an end to the orc who will kill us all, if we don't stop him.
And to all of us, this isn't strength, Gore, this is treason.
Shut your mouth, Talk! Gore has done more for our tribe than any of you. Really? Can't you see he's using you? He doesn't give a damn about the fate of the Fire Wielders. All he wants is Krell's Kyle for himself. But, as I said, it's not too late to turn back. Think about it. All you'll do is throw away your life for a traitor. Krell will restore our race to its former glory with...
I'm done with talking. Face me, or are you as much of a coward as your leader?
Balrek, you piece of shit!
Kill him, Gore! Tear his bloody guts out!
Take him down!
No ciekawe, czy my go z niej wiedziemy. Lol, a ci się zablokowali, o lol, ale glicze. Glicze na glicze.
Kill the traitor!
Obrażenie 82.
Scum!
It's decided.
Kill him! Kill that traitor!
I need help over here. Get ready.
Does this never end? That's the way?
Bloody fools.
You attacked him.
If I hadn't, he would have drawn more on his side.
How can you know that?
I just do. And this piece of shit killed Zargol. He didn't deserve any better.
Sorry, but this is nonsense. We've been here for not even an hour, and all you've done so far is slaughter each other.
Are you done?
Yeah, I am.
And what now?
Well, we have what we want, a base of operations. Now this is where you come in. If you remember, I saw what you did in Farlan's Hope, leading those rosy-cheeked farm boys against the Ash Reavers and winning. That was impressive, which is why I want your advice. I'm a shaman, not a tactician.
You realize that I know nothing of orc tactics, do you?
Warfare is a worldwide art, Tahar. There's not much to know, apart from our weapons and our traditions. But I'll guide you.
But will your brothers even follow me?
No, but me. And I'll follow your advice. Also, they saw how you can fight. It's too much to say that they respect you. But they know you're not a coward.
Fair enough. What's the plan?
Simple. Kill Krell. In theory, we could attack right now. But he'll know we're coming. So we need to think tactics.
I'm all ears.
We need to win the other clans. The Zol, the Ka, the Nook, and the Kayran. Each of them have their own specialty, which we can use against Krell.
What can the Zool offer us?
Spears. They've perfected that fighting style over the decades. The bleeding caused by just one wound can be fatal. They're slow, but that doesn't make them any less deadly.
The clans? I thought you were all fire wielders.
We are, but unlike in your kind, a fire wielder isn't just a fire wielder. Every tribe has dozens of clans, different weapons, traditions, sometimes even different languages.
What about the car?
They are probably the most civil of the clans, which is why I think they'll be more easily convinced to follow us. Their fighting style is the most balanced. Their fighters form the core of every ambush.
Nok.
Who are the Nok?
The ones I'm most worried about. They are the most vicious and brutal fighters of our tribe, with an almost eerie tolerance for pain. Who, as you can guess, are all for Krell's madness. But I have a friend within their ranks. If we can find him, he might help us win them over.
I see. The Kayran, who are they?
Outsiders, who mostly like to keep to themselves. They are extremely religious and devoted to Zarok. If the lands were less harsh on lone wolves, they would have probably formed their own tribe long ago.
However, they are the best hunters the orcs have to offer. They use javelins to attack from a distance.
That could come in handy. Understood. So how do we win them over?
There are two ways. Every clan has a champion, just as this one had Zargol. If we beat the champion, they will probably submit to our lead. Some of the clans are loyal to Krell, and will have heard of my treason by now. So they'll probably attack us on sight. In other words, blood will be spilled. Others, such as the Kayran, may listen to reason.
So there's another way other than defeating their champion?
As I said, there may be. We'll need to find out. And Krell won't stand by and watch. It'll be a while, but he'll strike soon enough. We have to be prepared. Finally, before you came, there's been talk of a strange human walking Barg or Gore. He had an impressive aura. I don't know if it's worth the time, but you might want to look for him while our clan prepares for battle.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yes?
Got it.
Co to jest? Gorący golem.
Whatever's necessary.
Atakujemy. A nie, to jest
Now
jeszcze
would you look
skrzyneczka.
at that?
Yeah. Sure.
A, mamy tu jednak orków
We should get
w
moving.
dyspozycji. Ale tutaj nic nie można produkować. Są te strażnice, ale to wszystko.
Yes.
A nie, tutaj mamy. A.
Yes.
Dobra, wiem, musimy być gotowi na atak, no zobaczymy. Ten golem to będzie silna sprawa. Tak sobie go nie pokona.
We're under attack!
Here we go.
Drewna chata myśliwska. Łowić powyżej. Dobra, niech tu budują.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Tylko blisko 150.
Yes? Good move.
All right, here goes nothing. Focus area. I need help over here.
Interesting.
Fine.
Will do. Mm-hmm.
Nie, tutaj skarbu nie ma. Jedzenia tylko.
Blasted weather.
Zalraka. Zarek guides me.
That way?
All right.
Get ready.
That's him. That's their champion.
Bloody traitor! You'll regret coming here.
Mamy radę, już nie takie rzeczy się robi.
You wanted blood, and you got it. Now stop the fighting. You're following me now. Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Understood. What's next?
O kurwa, takimi siłami. Mam nadzieję, że zdążę.
I need help over here.
They got one of our heroes!
I need healing.
O kurwa. Lol.
Help, please. Blasted armor.
They got one of our heroes!
So, what's the plan? Still strange.
No nie, no.
Sounds like a plan.
Blazes. That was unexpected. Damn it.
They got one of our heroes!
I need help. That way here? Sure.
Yes, this is bizarre.
Building completed.
Yes, careful next time.
No strzelajcie, no.
I'll never get used to
Kurwa.
Yes. Help, please. I need mana.
I need help over here.
You'll regret this.
I need help.
They got one of our heroes!
Lol. No mój bohater, kurde, padł. O, tu w ogóle chaos, kurde, był. Taka kurwa grupa na mnie napadła, że normalnie w szoku byłem. Normalnie, że myślałem, że to będzie jakaś mniejsza grupa, a tu, kurde, dość mocna. Jakbym wiedział, to mi się, kurde, troszeczkę inaczej przygotował. No myślałem, że coś za łatwo pójdzie.
Something
Sure.
to eat?
Expansion is the key to victory.
Czyli szybko muszę się przygotować na wszystko.
We're almost out of stone!
Będzie mieć kamień. 5 kamienia będzie brakować.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Expansion is the key to victory.
Watch out, undead.
Just give the word.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Fine.
O kurde, tu nie mam kamienia. Dobra, tu w głównej bazie powinniśmy to wybudować w końcu.
What's next?
Tylko ci zostali.
Yes?
What is it?
We're under attack!
Kto nas atakuje? Jeszcze nikt. Drewna potrzebuje w dużych ilościach. Cholera.
Let's see.
We're under attack!
What do we need?
That's the way.
Let's make this quick.
We should get moving.
Kto mnie atakuje?
Huh?
Danger up ahead.
Golem, kurde, ten. Wkurzający. Muszę go rozwalić najpierw.
Yes?
We're under attack!
O. Zawiesi się za chwilę i tyle. On mnie ten atakuje.
Will do.
Good. Our cowl grows stronger.
They will fall.
Nie mam drewna, za dużo.
We'll be fast.
So, what's the plan?
We're under attack! Building completed. Fine. Building completed.
Teraz mi się wydaje, że powinniśmy dać radę.
I'll keep you shielded.
Gdzie uciekacie? Dobra, zostawcie ich.
For the fire wielders!
Dobra, oni w sumie będą z tej strony atakować. Trzeba się przygotować. Jest wargów, zabijaka. Dobra.
Blasted weather will be fast. Good. Our cowl grows stronger.
Dobra, dawać jedzenie. Dobra, tutaj zaczyna się to wszystko produkować.
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food.
Łowisko to nie, chata 70. Dobra, trochę żarcia będzie, nie za dużo, ale lepsze to niż nic.
What do you want?
Będę musiał poprzejmować.
Chop, brothers. Let's get this over with.
Building completed.
Dobra. Mam 16 na 63, zbiorę armię i zaczynam powoli podbijać wszystko, co się da. Ten teren podbiję, znów zbiorę armię. Powolutku, step for step. Nie mogę od razu się kurde rzucić na nich. Tym bardziej oni mogą za chwilę zaatakować, więc to będzie chyba zły pomysł.
Fair enough. Let's make this quick. Bound, rack. These nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones.
Tylko z tej strony też mogą zaatakować. Więc to będzie trochę problematyczne moim zdaniem. Dobra, to zapiszemy w razie czego. To już coraz ciężej się robi. Już ten poziom wysoki już się delikatnie odczuwa.
Yes?
Our cow grows stronger. All right, we'll be fast.
Yes? This will be a masterpiece.
Give me a
Też
second.
jest Aha, to jest następny posterunek.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
400.
Yes?
Może być.
Zarek guides me. Good move.
All right.
Dobra, najpierw nieumanów się tu zabije. Przeszkadzają dość.
Whatever's necessary.
Building completed.
Here we go.
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food.
This way, right? This will be a masterpiece.
Zajebiście.
Expansion is the key to victory.
All right,
A
give me a
good
second.
idea. Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
All right, here goes nothing.
We should get moving.
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food.
Whatever's necessary.
That's him. That's their champion.
Bloody traitor! You'll regret coming here.
I can't focus. They will fall.
To jest ten czempion, więc trochę nam pozabija tego wojska. Ale jak już kurde to przejmiemy, no to już jest pół biedy.
You wanted blood, and you got it. Now stop the fighting. You're following me now. Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Soon enough, boys. Soon enough.
Let's get this over.
Zaatakowali nas przybyki. Dobra, lecimy.
That way?
Huh? We're under attack!
I need help over here.
Decide. Now.
Alright, here goes nothing. So, what's the plan?
Dobra, uleczę cię.
Yes?
Focus area. Focus.
What? Oh, no one. Just thinking out loud.
All right, we'll be...
Tylko gdzie jest teraz to żelazo tutaj? Ach, tu. Okej, wojenna kuźnia, to żelaza, farma i pozwolenie badania nad technologią. Dobra, to wybudujemy może tutaj. Będzie więcej osób.
We're almost out of stone!
Nie ma za dużo kamienia, tak? Dobra, ogarnie się.
Got it.
Sounds like a plan.
Does this never end? they will fall.
Yes?
Danger up ahead.
Zalraka.
Get ready.
Kurwa, on się tak pożera. Im bardziej coś wpierdala, to kurwa się leczy.
All right, why not? Sure.
Dobra.
You asked for this.
No tu za chwilę przejmiemy tą fortecę. Ten kurde myśliwy co tu robi? Lol. Kopalnia żelaza. Buta żelaza. Zrobimy tak, ulepszymy. Wydobywaj.
We should get moving.
Teraz którą tu fortecę? Dobra.
Sure.
To zrobimy tak, zapiszemy, bo tak naprawdę nie wiem co mnie czeka. Tu jest dość słabo z tymi surowcami. I teren jest przerąbany.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Building completed.
All right, here goes nothing.
Dobra, tą twierdzę będę musiał najszybciej rozwalić.
Corporal?
Mam nadzieję, że nie zginę szybko.
Fine. Yes?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
You'll regret this.
Kurde, jakby był leczony, no jest leczony. Tylko tu jest jeszcze taki błąd, że po prostu jest po prostu chaos się czasami robi i nie widać na przykład tych budowniczych.
It's done. His Krell is destroyed.
But where's Krell?
Hiding, I guess. Just as...
Enough.
Elder Zilrak, where is Krell?
In the pit. There shall be no more bloodshed. He will now face you as he should have from the start.
Willie. So far all he's done is run.
Well, he can't anymore. This is Zarek's will, and he knows it. Follow me.
Fine. Lead the way.
What the fuck? Innych klanów w ogóle nie...
Yes?
Dobra, nieważne. Nie myślałem, że to jest główna forteca. Lol, taka słaba była?
Are you sure this isn't a trap?
I am. Zilrak is the eldest priest of the Fire Wielders. He's been opposing Krell from the start.
It is time, Krell. There will be no more bloodshed among our own, but a duel, as it should have taken place hours ago if you hadn't run.
This is ridiculous! He allied himself with the Paleskins!
There can be no wisdom without strength, and no strength without wisdom. You know the traditions.
Fuck the traditions! Zarek's fangs. I'm Krell. I'm your High Chieftain. And this piece of filth is a traitor! You hear me? A traitor!
You're the traitor, Krell. You never cared for the fate of our people. This was about you and your pride from the start. Now, unless you're the coward I think you are, face me.
Coward? Me? Weren't you the one who left your blood sister in that cave to rot?
Careful.
Why? Don't you want your pale-skinned friends to know? I wonder why.
All right. Enough of the talking. Face me.
O, będzie pojedynek. Czy my będziemy się bić?
It has begun. Don't intervene.
For the fire wielders!
Bloody traitor! You won't get away with this!
No to masz teraz przyjebane. Bo jestem niedźwiedziem. Lol, cały czas go bala.
Balrak, I'll crush you!
GG.
Zarek!
And it's done. Gore, by Zarek's blood, by his fire, and by his will, I hereby proclaim you the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
Thank you. I know many of you have lost kin today. It was a battle that could have been avoided. But it was necessary. And as the struggle tells, we will come forth as a stronger people. I did this for you.
Now would you...
Thank you, Tahar. You made this possible.
You don't have to thank me. You prevented a war.
Yes, I know. One more question, though. What do you fight for? I know it has something to do with the Shapers, since you opened the gate to their city. But why? What for?
We're trying to stop the Bloodburn. We've made camp in the lost city of Mullandir, and it seems that we need 2 Shaper relics to continue our search. But without troops, we can't get them. One of them is in the middle of the Black Sea, the other one in Aeonir's Blade.
Interesting. All right. As promised, you will have our help. I'll choose some of our best warriors and craftsmen, and we'll join you in Mullandir. I will be there too. I want to know who I'm fighting with. Until then, Tahar. And may your blood never boil.
No i zajebiście, odbierz nagrodę. Co my tu teraz mamy? O kurde. To będzie miał nas krasnolud w takim razie. Wolność 5 muszę mieć, no dobra. A, krasnolud nie może tego nosić. To później, strasznie. Plus ogień.
Blasted armor.
Myślałem, że to dłużej potrwa, to się tak zakończyło. Lol. Dziwnie, w ogóle dziwnie naprawdę to było, no ale okej.
Interesting.
Zanim stąd wyjdziemy, wszystko tutaj eksplorujemy. Teraz to już jest ważne.
I'll keep you shielded.
Help me!
You'll have to wait.
Is this really necessary?
You asked for this.
What do you want? Let's burn them.
They will
Właśnie, to
fall.
są jakieś skarby.
Here we go.
That's the way?
No dość fajne te skarby. No dobra. Wszystkiego nie będę od razu sprzedawał, bo to jest bez sensu. Coś tu jest, jakiś skarb.
Just give the word. Get ready.
Szkoda, że już nie mam armii. Przydałoby mi się jakieś wsparcie. Tu jest skrzynia.
All right, why not? This way, right?
Taltok.
Sure.
You read my mind.
All right, here goes nothing.
They will fall. I need mana!
Yes?
A, tu też jest skarb. Szukamy teraz skarbów i tyle. Łucznik by mi się teraz przydał tak naprawdę. Tutaj też nic nie ma. O, kule.
Tara's breath worth for a fight. All right.
Whatever's necessary. Let's see.
For the fire wielders!
I need mana! More fighting. Does this never end?
Fine.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Danger up ahead.
Let's burn them.
Wojownicy tutaj naprawdę są trochę przesadzeni moim zdaniem. Naprawdę mają dość dobry damage. To jest tak, w jednej grze kurwa albo są kurwa useless, albo są kurwa z OP. A tutaj magowie są trochę tak średni, ale za to kurde wojownicy są dosyć silni. Dobra, całą mapę trzeba przejść, trzeba pozbierać te wszystkie skarby i tak dalej. Oczywiście nie muszę, bo jestem już jakoś tam ubrany, bo za główne questy i tak na więcej się dostaje, ale są fakty.
Not now.
Focus.
All right, why not?
Interesting. Now would you look at that?
All right. Here, move.
Sounds like a plan.
Zarek guides me.
No, tu też jest golem. Dobra, trzeba tego golema też rozwalić. Też szczerze skarbu.
Focus.
Interesting.
Wszystko? O, za łatwo idzie. A, nok. Przewaga liczebna. O, niedźwiedź. Dobra, niedźwiedzia można zabić.
For the fire wielders!
Got it.
O, niedźwiedź nawet nie piernął już, kurde, padł. No i dobrze. O, to są pająki. Nie, najlepiej jest, trzeba znaleźć te schematy i tak dalej, sobie poulepszać to wszystko, bo jeśli nie zrobimy tego, no to będziemy musieli wydać kasę dość sporo, żeby kupować te schematy, żeby po prostu armia była lepsza. Obecnie tak i tak na razie ludzie to są priorytetem.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
For the fire wielders!
Understood. Mm-hmm.
Good move.
Sure.
Na moje oko to tu level jeszcze wbije.
I'll keep you shielded.
Sure.
Mhm.
Focus area. Focus. You asked for this.
Bez sensu jest tracić manę niepotrzebnie. Po prostu trzeba rzucać te efekty, które na przykład na przeciwników, którzy zadają jakieś debuffy i tyle. Wtedy są słabsi. Znacznie słabsi.
Blasted armor.
All right, here goes nothing.
Co to w ogóle jest? Kości.
Yes.
Przedmiot fabularny. A to jest przedmiot fabularny, to czyli będziemy potrzebować go z czasem. Okej. Tu mamy skarb. Przylecimy.
Let's see. Now would you look at that? Will do.
Tu są wilki. Dobra, ze spokojem. Widzę, że fragmenty właśnie tych osiągnięć, żeby odblokować to wszystko osiągnięć. Postępów. A, budynki. Właśnie widzę. Niedostępne. Ludzi. Orkowie.
Let's burn!
I need help over here.
They got one of our heroes!
Kurde, patrz.
Help me!
O kurde.
Help me!
What do we need?
Come on, don't die on us now.
No właśnie, nie masz ginąć, tylko masz żyć. Kochana, nie zauważyłem, że ciebie jako pierwszego zabili.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Dobra, już nas leczę. Spokojnie.
Sure.
Zarek guides me.
Understood.
Nie umarli? Okej.
Got it.
Walking corpses.
More fighting.
Take them down.
Does this never end?
Tylko się teraz tak zastanawiam, czy te moby w jakimś czasie się będą respić. Czy one już całkowicie znikają? Tego akurat nie wiem.
You read my mind.
Drugi stopień orków.
Sure.
Let's
Co
see.
to jest w ogóle? Kopie znamion jest opowieść jednocześnie zaczynająca terytorium danego plemienia wskazuje miejsce pochówków orków. Aha, na takiej zasadzie.
Mhm.
No, jakiś koleś jest.
Don't worry, dearie. We'll fix you up in no time. That brute doesn't know how lucky he is to have you.
Who are you talking to?
What? I'm talking to the hammer, of course. The weapons deserve my attention much more than most orcs, let alone some pale-skinned vagabonds. Now, go away, will you? I need to get back to my magnum opus. What is my favorite alloy? Now that's an interesting question. I call it Burgle's Beautiful Brew, Triple B for short. I can't tell you what it is, but let's just say it melts the competition away. You'd really like to know, wouldn't you? It's the best kept secret in the kingdom. I can just tell you that the secret ingredient is a substance I call TLC.
TLC?
Tender love and care. Without TLC, my blades would have been no better than the wares of these talentless trolls.
Tell me...
About the fine art of forging? Fine. If you insist, I guess I can spare a minute. Forging new weapons is all about patience and care.
That's not what
Most orcish smiths are blasted idiots with no imagination. They can barely sharpen an axe, you see. Any third-rate moron can form a chunk of steel that resembles a weapon. But if your goal is to actually hurt something that isn't your arm, I wouldn't recommend trading with these cretins. Absolutely not.
Magnum opus?
Oh, yes! I shall call it Zarak's Fang. Once completed, it will be the deadliest weapon ever created. The only problem is that I'm still missing one ingredient. Actually, why not? Look, you seem marginally smarter than most sword-wielding idiots I deal with. What do you say? Do you want to be part of blacksmithing history and help me complete the blade? It's not like you have more important things to do.
I don't.
You will? Wonderful! What I need is a bone Nora's horn. Admittedly, it is a ferocious beast, and there's a good chance the Nora will slowly tear you to pieces if you try to fight it. But then again, isn't that an acceptable risk when history is on the line? So, what do you say?
Fine, I'll...
Wonderful! Oh, you've made the right choice. Future generations will sing songs of the brave nitwit who assisted Burgle the Magnificent in completing his greatest work of art. I shall await your return here, brave soldier. Ah, and by the way, you may call me Burgle.
Yeah, until then.
Now, look at that! You're actually back, and you still have all of your limbs! Do you have the horn?
Take a look, is that...
Let me see! Zarak's fangs, you're right! I don't know what to say! You really are the most exceptional out of all the cretins with swords I've ever met! Your bravery will now be immortalized. Historians shall call you Paleskin the Great. Anyway, let me get to work. We shall talk about your reward when I'm done. Lo and behold, here it is, my magnum opus, Zarak's Fang, the greatest orc weapon ever created. Only the bravest of all warriors is worthy of wielding it, but... you're all that's available, aren't you? Damn it. All right, I have an idea. You will take me with you, and in return, I'll let you wield the Fang. I have to make sure that you treat it with respect.
I'm not sure. Most of my men are...
Mostly unqualified, and you feel really lucky to have me. You don't need to thank.
Stop interrupting me.
Blazes! You really don't have any manners, do you? Fine then. I wouldn't want to work with a brute like you anyway. Goodbye!
Lol. Powiem jeszcze raz. Lol. Dobra, na razie tych broni, tych fioletowych nie będę usuwał. To są bardzo ważne bronie.
This way, right?
Dobra, to na razie idziemy górą zobaczyć, co tu takiego można znaleźć, bo jeszcze nie podkrywałem całej mapy tak naprawdę. Dobra, to było naprawdę dziwne.
All right, why not?
Get ready.
Naprawdę, jeśli chodzi na przykład o na przykład wersję RPGową tutaj, no to jest naprawdę więcej niż budowania, to trzeba przyznać. Co mamy? Wyzwanie berserkera. A, wyzwanie, a ja przyzwanie, kurwa. Wyzwanie, gdy znalazłem tę zbroję, wiedziałem, że jest wyjątkowa.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
For the fire wielders!
Is this really necessary? I need mana! I'll keep you shielded.
Here we go.
Now would you look at that?
Good move.
All right, here goes nothing.
Huh?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Lol. Naprawdę śmiesznie to było.
Fine.
That's the way.
Fine, I'm dead.
Help! Please!
Lol.
Let's see.
Berlingi. Prawie padły.
Sure.
Dobra, oni tutaj dolecą, ja przez ten czas sobie doczytam. No i co pierwszą walkę, jak była wspaniała. No, wyniosą mnie szybciej niż kiedykolwiek. Za każdym zabitym przeciwnikiem czułem przepływ energii, która mnie tylko wzmacniała. Moi wrogowie padali falami, a po wszystkim czułem się niezwyciężony. Mój przyjaciel był ze mnie dumny. Przyniosłem chwałę klanowi. Dzięki tej zbroi stałem się najwspanialszym wojownikiem, jakiego znało moje plemię przez 5 pokoleń. Walczyłem w każdej bitwie i zawsze czułem ten przepływ siły, ożywiającej mnie za każdym zabitym wrogiem. Nagłe zaracha, jakiego nagłe zaracha, jakże tego pragnę. Ty zginął, Rulgar, mój brat. Dobra, ci już dobiegają.
Just give the word.
Yes?
You got it.
Will do. Sure. Understood.
Zazwyczaj takie księgi czytam później, jak już kończę strumyka i tak dalej, na spokojnie, zanim wyjdę z gry.
Whatever necessary.
Take them down. Danger up ahead.
That way?
Dziwne, że tutaj skarbu nie ma żadnego. Tylko teraz pytanie, czy zejdziemy do podziemi, do tej jaskini? Prawdopodobnie tak. Ja chciał zobaczyć, co tam takiego jest.
Will do.
They will fall.
Zarek guides me.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Sure.
Got it.
You got it.
This way, right?
Jezu, mi się tak graficznie ta gra podoba, że jest... Ja jestem tak zadowolony z niej, że
Yes?
głowa...
All right. Why not?
Fine.
Gdyby większość takich strategii wychodziła w takiej oprawie graficznej, z taką narracją, mimo że z lepszą, ewentualnie rozbudowaną mechaniką, super by było. Prawda.
Sure. Fine.
Mi się wydaje, że tu jeszcze jeden skarb powinien być. Nie mogę go znaleźć. Dobra, to jest ta jaskinia. Wchodzimy do tej jaskini. Skupienie. więcej skupienia mam. Siłę woli muszę zwiększyć. Skupienie.
What's next? Let's see.
Few people know that there is a reason for Bargagor's lifelessness. As though covered by an arcane veil, the mountain and its surrounding wasteland bear a strong magical signature. While the orcs attribute this to the battle of the renegade gods that was fought here, human and elven scholars consider it to be merely a magical anomaly. Superstition or not, the fact is that this stray magic has drawn and continues to draw the attention of a great many dangerous creatures, from the undead to demons.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
The strange human I've been telling you about. The one with the powerful aura. I think he is here, along with something else.
Something else?
Yes. Let's be careful.
We should get moving.
Now would you look at that?
Ellen's reins. These goblins were mutilated. What creature would do such a thing?
Well, Bargagor isn't the most hospitable place on Io. So the answer is... Mini.
Understood. Let's see. Did you hear that?
Yes. And I'm not sure either.
Shit. What in blazes are you doing here? Get out! Kill that thing! Now!
Let me recover!
You asked for this. Here we go. Get ready.
Come on. Don't die on us now. Come on. Don't die on us now. Shit. Shit! What did you do?
Save your life?
Oh, really? Well, thanks for nothing, sir, hero. I invoked that demon. The Devourer.
You? Why?
To share a shrub of fucking grapes with her. To fight her, damn it! What did you think?
Her?
Yeah. I know that thing doesn't look like your average sailor man's fantasy. But according to the Encyclopedia Sinistra, Devourers only ever possess women. Thus the pronoun.
You summoned a demon to fight it?
Well, for that magic you carry in you, you certainly know shit about demonology. You're not a scholar, I take it?
I was a battle mage. Royal Army.
Figures. To learn how to control a demon race, you first need to fight it. Tame it, as we say. And guess what? That's just what I was trying to do until you popped in and nullified the fucking ritual.
We found a bunch of mutilated goblins further up the cave. Did the Devourer do this?
Yeah. I had some difficulties while casting the ritual, let's put it that way. A demon doesn't always show up where you want to conjure him. Sometimes when they sense something else near the gate, they simply materialize right there. In her case, it was the goblins.
That was foolish. She might have left the cave and gone rampant in the cows.
Well, she didn't, did she? And even if that would have been the case, you orcs know how to handle yourselves in battle.
That's interesting. Can you tell me more about the process of taming a demon?
What am I, your bloody teacher? Go read a book.
So, you just came to this cave in Barga Gore to battle a demon?
Why should I tell you?
You're the brooding type, aren't you?
No. I just don't get why 4 strangers who just fucking interrupted my ritual now think I'm gonna tell them all about my life. Don't you have, I don't know, somewhere to go?
We could use someone with your talents.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not a mercenary. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Can we...
Save your breath, Tahar. He's not worth it.
Wait. Tahar? As in... Shit. You're his son? The betrayer's child?
I am.
Huh. That's unexpected. What in blazes are you doing here? I mean, shouldn't you be up in Greykeep with all your royal friends?
I should, but things happened. You want to hear the story?
Yeah, I think I do. The Bloodburn. Huh. Am I the only one who finds it fucking ironic that the leader of the Purity of Light is trying to save mankind?
Well, Lacane saved my life, and I owe him. That's all this is.
Makes sense. You know, I've always been somewhat fascinated by your father.
Fascinated? He was a warmonger.
Well, yeah, his methods were questionable, but he was damn right about everything he said. He saw this whole shit show coming before anyone else did.
You mean the persecution of mages?
Yeah. It has never been a secret that the people fear what they don't know, is it? It was only a question of time until that fucking hatred would pop open like a blister full of pus. Your father, Isamo Tahar, saw that coming and tried to stop it from happening. He had the guts to do what other people were too afraid to do.
Well, his goal was right, but his methods were wrong.
Yeah, the war is never pretty. Anyway, your story is as intriguing as your father's, I'll give you that. And since I don't exactly have many obligations, I'll take you up on your offer. If it still stands.
Why the sudden change of mind?
I told you. I like the idea of working with Isamo Tahar's living heir. And also I'm curious about what there is to this Bloodburn.
Well then, welcome aboard.
Thanks. We can also talk once we reach that city of yours. Mullendir, wasn't it? You said it's in Iskander?
Yes. But just wait at the border of Barga Gore. We'll join you once we've done what we came here to do.
Sounds great. Let me just clean up the mess here first.
Sure.
Odd man.
Niby dziwne, ale podoba mi się. To jest kurde dobre. Będzie zasilał moją drużynę. Lubię takich kurde... takich pyszałków. Sam w sumie jestem trochę takim pyszałkiem, więc jest trochę podobne do mnie. Oczywiście nie w całkowitym znaczeniu.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
You read my mind.
Dystansowe aktywności. Aha, czyli są mocne i słabe strony, można powiedzieć. Na co jest odporne, na co nie. Jednostka bezpośrednia. Wilki. Lodowy golem, golem zamieci. Kurde, fajnie jest to wszystko opisane, naprawdę. Strasznie mi się to podoba. Dobra, to idziemy dołem w takim razie. Co tu takiego jeszcze możemy spotkać? Skarby, skarby. Dobra, to będzie jakiś skarb.
Interesting. Whatever's necessary.
Ja mam dobrą drużynę, jak tamten dojdzie do nas, go dość dobrze ubiorę.
Let's see.
Dopiero będzie zajebiście. Dobra. Wózek.
This way, right?
No i tu jest wyjście. O, nie wiedziałem. No tak, bo z tego co zauważyłem, to były dwa wejścia. Akurat ta mapa dłużej się wczytuje niż pozostałe, nie wiem dlaczego. Może na tej mapie nie ma dobrej aktualizacji. Optymizacji. Aktualizacji. Przełączyłem się. Dobra, mieszał to.
That's the way?
Tylko pytanie, gdzie on teraz będzie czekał tak naprawdę na nas. Bo nie jest w ogóle zaznaczone. To są te błędy właśnie w grze. No i kurde, nie jest to odkryte ze strażników elfa, rozyskaj kamienie zasady wyższej kiedy stwórcą zapytaj o serwer naturalny. Udaj się na ostrze, przeniknął w skażeniu leś do dżungli, w cieniu drzew, spróbuj uzyskać pomoc w Warrodin. Z kobietą to mógłbym to wywalić. Mikstura. Okej, echa przyszłości. Udaj się do dżungli. A ty koleś gdzie jest? A był i go nie ma. Nie ogarniam tego tematu. Powinien być jakoś zaznaczony albo coś takiego. A tu kurwa nie ma. Dobra, jeszcze raz wejdziemy. Może on czeka przy wyjściu, nie wiem. To jest tak dziwnie to wszystko. Nie ma. Dobra, mniejsza o to. Ulandir, dobra.
Here we are again. This place still gives me the chills.
Well, at least we now have our new orcish friends to delight us with their company.
You don't seem happy about this.
I just don't like the idea of putting my fate into the hands of these savages. What happened there at Barga Gor was nothing short of a bloodbath.
Revolts tend to be bloody.
I know, but... never mind.
Got it.
There you are again. Gor's new friend. I truly hope he knows what he's doing. Orcs following the orders of a pale skin. That hasn't happened before. But, to be fair, you've given me little reason to distrust you. You did great in that battle against Krell.
Thank you. So you're the commander of the Fire Wielders?
Chieftain. And I serve Gor, our High Chieftain, who follows your advice. In other words, I'm the third down the list. Mainly, I'm here to make sure our warriors stay in shape and are well equipped. And if you're willing to invest some coin, I might even come up with a way to permanently increase their strength.
I want to train the Fire Wielders.
All right. Here's what we can do.
Tak dużo kasy nie mamy właśnie. Góra, dobra, idę do góry. Może dwóch wojowników? Nie, w sumie jednego tanka można zrobić, starczy. Można go przerobić przecież.
What do you want?
Just checking how you're settling in.
I'm good. Thanks. Interesting place you found yourself here. I'll give you that.
How did you end up in Barga Gor?
It's a long story. Suffice to say, I've been on the road for quite some time now. Barga Gor just happened to be my last spot before I ran into you. Let's talk about you instead. You've gathered a ton of followers, one outcast after another. Tell me, Tahar, do you trust them?
Some of them.
The more likable ones, I'd wager. To be honest, I don't understand how you can do it. You have that look about you, and it's driving me nuts. It literally says hurt me.
What do you mean by that?
I've observed you on the way back from Barga Gor. The way you move, the way you talk. I get why other people follow your lead. I really do. You simply have some kind of strange charisma. It's not visible at first glance, but it's there. You give people hope. I guess that's what it boils down to. You attract outsiders, and you get them to march under your banner.
How is that a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because you're too careless. All these people, did it ever occur to you that they're outsiders for a reason? The treacherous orc, the renegade elf, the exiled dwarf? Still, you trust them. Even if you put your stern face on, I can see that you do. And it's why people follow you. But trust doesn't protect from betrayal. But let's stop this right here, okay? I'm sure you have things to do, and so do I.
Yes?
Huh?
So, have we gotten past that I don't trust you thing? I want to know more about you.
Well, there isn't that much to know about me, Tahar. I'm a demonologist from Kalea, and I've been on the road for a couple of years now. That's it.
Wait, you're Kalean?
Yeah. And I know I don't have the accent, but that was a lot of training.
What made you come to Northander?
Long story, and I don't want to talk about it. Anything else, Tahar? If not, let me get back to my grimoire.
Can you tell me more about Kalea? What's it like there?
It's a pretty general question, Corporal.
What are Kaleans like, compared to Nortandians?
Huh. Good question. I don't spend that much time socializing, so I don't know if I can give you the answer to that. But all in all, Kaleans are a lot less stiff than you Nort folks. Kaleans like to sing, to dance, and to fuck. They do it a lot, sometimes at the same time. They admire philosophy and magic, and being good in either of those makes you the equivalent of a famous bard here in Greyfell. On the other hand, the people are two-faced. That's a lot better here in Nortander. You have your little intrigues, but you generally say what you mean, which Kaleans see as almost primitive.
Kalea is a city-state, isn't it? Like Everlight.
Yeah. Well, almost. When people say Kalea, they usually refer to the chain of islands in the Sea of Dreams, a couple of miles from Imperia. However, only the big one in the middle is really inhabited. And that one's pretty much just a massive city called Kalea. Nobody can remember the names of the other islands, not even the Kaleans themselves. But yeah, it's essentially a city-state. And even though Kalea is small, it's very powerful. You know, spices, sugar, sea jewels, all the kind of stuff a tropical paradise has to offer.
Rich as a Kalean, isn't that how they say?
Yeah, though that ignores the fact that there's thousands of Kaleans starving to death in the slums.
Do you happen to know if Kalea is affected by the Bloodburn too?
Don't think so, no. At least I haven't heard anything.
There's been a lot of tension between Nortander and Kalea during the Mage War. How is the situation now?
I haven't been back since, so I couldn't tell you. But according to the sailors, things have gotten better.
Never mind. I'll be going. Understood. What do we need? Yes?
Wszyscy nie chcą po prostu o sobie opowiadać, ale to mi się wydaje, że z czasem wszystko się to zacznie rozwijać. Słychać moje kroki z daleka, jak biegnę. Fajnie.
Interesting.
Zal Raka.
Gore, how are you and the Fire Wielders settling in?
All right, I guess. Though there've been some quarrels between my warriors and these mercenaries. But don't worry, I took care of it. And that Rowan promised to do the same. Nonetheless, Tahar, I have to say it. I don't like this place. Not at all.
Why not?
I guess it's the people who once lived here. The Shapers. They were corrupted, and I can feel that corruption even now.
Corrupted?
Yeah. Their customs, their culture, they were completely detached from the order of nature.
Jak to?
How so?
Do you even need to ask? Just look around. Ghost warriors, strange machines, strange buildings, especially this place, this Nexus. They thought they were above everything, even the gods. And they meddled with things they didn't understand. It's disgusting.
Well, they're dead now.
Maybe. but I can still feel their presence. Anyway, nothing we can do about it. If the Shapers caused the blood burn, I understand why we need this place. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Huh?
What's it like to change form? I've been wondering about that since I met you.
I can imagine. It's exhilarating and strange at the same time. If it taught me one thing, then it's how foolish it is to put the mind above every other aspect of the body. Many people do that, especially scholars or mages.
What do you mean?
Because the shape of our flesh is so much more than just a shell. It defines us. When I take on the form of a wolf, for example, this wolf isn't just me with fangs and paws. It's a different version of myself.
A different version?
Yes. You can't understand if you haven't been there. But I guess you could say that when I'm taking on a creature's form, a part of my mind gets infused with that creature's essence. The thirst for the hunt, thinking as part of a pack, just to name the most obvious aspects. They meld with my mind. When I was young and first started shifting, the creature always dominated. It was like a feverish dream, and I had almost no control over my actions. With time, it got better.
Did you ever completely lose control when you were in another form?
In the beginning, yes. But the Elder always made sure I was in a controlled environment when I did my first transformations.
How does it feel to shift into a spider?
Strange. Being a mammal, a wolf or bear, it feels different, but still somehow familiar. A spider is something else entirely. The way you see, the way you perceive, the way you feel. The first time I shifted, I couldn't bear it for more than a minute, and it haunted me for weeks after that.
Yeah, I imagine. How do you learn a new form?
That's complicated. First you have to understand that creature, observe it, live with it if possible. That can take months, years, sometimes decades. Then there's what we shamans call the first joining. You have to visualize your shift.
How does that work?
I can't explain it. It's like your first bloodshed. It can't be explained, only experienced.
So in theory, could you transform into anything? Even, say, a wyvern, a dragon?
In theory, yes. In practice, there's no known shapeshifter who has ever done that. Save for old orcish legends, maybe.
Why not?
First off, there aren't many dragons around to study. And even if there were, you aren't likely to survive it. Secondly, transforming into something that enormous, it can be lethal. Our minds, our essence just isn't fit to govern. Only some years ago there was so you...
Wow.
Sure.
Back in Barga Gor, you told me that you think the orc should strive to be more. What do you mean by that? Do you consider your culture to be, well, inferior?
Inferior? No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm glad to be a fire wielder, and not a human or an elf.
Why?
Because not so unlike the Shapers, your culture is bigoted, strange. You like to tell yourselves you're more than the animals you slaughter for food. You call yourselves civilized. But in the end, you look for the struggle just as anything and anyone else does. But of course you don't admit to it. You want to be better than that. And the result are lies, intrigue, wars, and assassinations. Their culture is so bizarre that it's almost amusing.
Well, you have a point.
I know. So no, I don't consider our culture to be inferior. But we've gone astray. Fools such as Krell was one. They're the reason your race looks down on us. If Zakrak had wanted us to be ever-fighting, ravaging brutes, he wouldn't have given us minds to begin with. Every brawl, every battle, every war has to have a purpose. It isn't something done for pleasure. Yes, it can be enjoyed. But at its core, it is ritual. The most basic one of nature.
In other words, violence and war are good and necessary, but only within measure?
Yes, and it should be learned from. That's where most orcs disagree. They claim to value wisdom, but when asked to choose between words and a club, they always choose the club. And as you see, this is why our culture has stagnated. In its current state, there will never be an orc empire, a great tribe, or the earth-shaking horde Zarek envisioned.
So what you want is to lead your people to a better future?
You make it sound so dramatic. For now, the Fire Wielders are a good start. And by helping you, they will hopefully see that diplomacy and strength don't always contradict each other. After that, we shall see.
Did you always have these ambitions?
No.
Then where did they come from?
None of your business, Tahar. Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks for explaining.
Sure.
I'll be off.
No i dobrze, teraz spróbujemy się trochę tu ubrać. Siła. Tarczy nie noszę. Teraz siłę woli muszę kurde się zrobić. Jest mi bardzo potrzebna. Tu mamy demoniczną esencję, rdzęgistego golema i tak dalej. Głowa czepiona. Rzadkie. Przedmiot fabularny. To są przedmioty fabularne, one będą potrzebne w późniejszym czasie prawdopodobnie. Dobra, teraz wyruszymy do krainy elfów i spróbujemy zwerbować elfów. Nie wiem jaka tam nas historia czeka, więc zobaczymy. Ja robię sobie za jakieś 5 minut przerwy i za 5 minut wracamy. Będę sobie zrobić kawę. Dobra, to się załaduje, a my polecimy właśnie zrobić sobie szybko kawę.
What do we need?
Mapa świata. Zadanie sekret zmian kształtnych styl marnotrawny. Stara twierdza. Cień drzewa. Zadanie poboczne. Skażenie. Tendencja. Dobra.
Easy.
For decades, the Mohir elves, exiled from Finlanmere, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Northander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the Mage Rebellion arose, they were quickly forgotten. Now, years later, they have taken shelter in a nomadic settlement in Leafshade, a dense, dangerous jungle, amidst the no-man's land between Utran and Wolfgar.
Dobra, już jestem. Sorry za tą
All right.
krótką przerwę.
The Moorhere settlement should be a little further to the north.
How long have the Moorhere been living here?
Well, they left Finn and Mir about 30 years ago, and they were sent to settle here 8 years after their arrival. So that's 22 years now.
Quite long, considering Leafshade was just meant to be a stopover.
I'm sure they feel the same way. But then again, I understand why finding a new home for fugitive elves wasn't on top of the Crown's priority list after the Mage Wars broke out.
All right then, what's the plan?
Well, I suggest we try to find their settlement first and then talk to their scryers. They're the ones who make the decisions.
Good. Then lead the way. Corporal. Let's see.
Aha, on z katany używa. Jeleń, okej.
That way?
Fine.
Here we go.
Finally.
They will fall.
Now would you look at that?
All right, here goes nothing.
Child's play.
Is this really necessary?
Let's see.
O, wszyscy level dostali.
right, why not?
You got it.
Sure. Really?
Get ready.
Uh-huh. That's the way?
Najpierw zrobimy tak, zwiedzimy dolną część. Trochę poeksplorujemy. O kurde.
Blasted armor.
Let's do this.
This way, right?
Interesting.
Really?
Nic się nie dzieje.
Fine. All right, why not?
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Jakaś zagadka mi się wydaje.
Interesting.
Dobra, to będzie jakaś zagadka, prawdopodobnie z czasem będziemy musieli to zrobić.
Finally.
Interesting.
Here we go.
Whatever necessary.
You'll regret this.
Pathetic.
Wioska skorzona.
All right, here goes nothing.
Really?
Danger up ahead.
Nie zauważyłem tego miejsca, więc musiałem się cofnąć.
Leave it to me.
Focus area.
Spoczony elf.
Huh?
What's next? Now would you look at that? Let's see. Now would you look at that?
Lol.
Got it.
Moja postać się zablokowała. Ale glitch. Dlaczego moja postać tak z tyłu została? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia. Ciekawego, ale dobra. Dobra, zbliżamy się za chwilę do głównego questa elfów. Muszę mieć te 3 frakcje u siebie. Wspólnymi siłami jesteśmy w stanie się przeciwstawić prawie każdym. Ale na początku będę ulepszał tylko ludzi. Ludzie na początku, później orkowie, a na końcu elfy. Elfy widać są dosyć potężni. Nie wiem dlaczego tak to jest, no ale dobra, mniejsza o to. Szkoda, że nie mam fioletowej laski. Jakiejś magicznej.
You read my mind.
More fighting. Does this never end? They will fall.
Wszyscy są spatrzeni. Co jest to z tej cholery? Dziwne.
Sure.
Whatever's necessary.
I can't. Don't move. I need more mana.
Fine.
You got it.
Let's see.
Nic do matki.
Will do.
No spoko.
This way, right?
Tu muszę iść naokoło. Naprawdę, to miejsce jest strasznie skażone. Nie wiem dlaczego tak.
That way?
Now would you look at that? Understood.
Mi się wydaje, że jak pomogę im rozwiązać tą zagadkę tutaj, to się do mnie dołączą, ale nie jestem teraz pewien. Nie jestem przekonany w 100%.
What?
Tu też będzie coś z budowaniem.
Aha.
Tylko pytanie, czy kurde będą walczyć między sobą?
Should be. And don't ask me why there's no one guarding the entrance.
Let's take a look around.
That's the way.
can't believe we're still having this discussion. Tell me, Arlen, where was Ellen in all those years when our people were on the run? Just face it, she never helped us. None of the Guardians did.
Well, maybe they would have if it weren't for heretics like you. We are Ellen's children, all of us.
We are the children of our mothers and our fathers, for heck's sake. If you are so pious, then why did you leave Finn and Mir in the first place? What we need is rationality and reason, not praying to the gods that have left us.
Heresy, Varden. This is heresy.
Interesting.
Salangar, a pure blood. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any better.
Not what I'd call myself. I haven't been in Finn and Mir for 8 years.
Is that so? Well, who am I to judge? Who let you in?
There weren't any guards.
What? Great. Just great. This is getting better and better. But please, forgive my manners. I'm Varden Merilith, second scryer of Lathwain. Who are you? And what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
Soldiers?
The army folk. But if you have to ask, I suppose you're on your own. Tell me then, what brings you here?
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, that's a surprise. I know the story, and once more I would like to apologize for what Scryer Elion did. She should not have opened fire. And also, I would like to express my admiration for your courage. I know you refused to carry out the order your general gave you.
How?
A scout observed the conversation you had with that man. Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think you are lying. And after the events in Lianon, it's only fair if we help you now, to make up for it. Not to mention the fact that the bloodburn needs to be stopped.
So you'll provide us with troops?
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not now. We currently have our own sack of problems to deal with.
What problems do you have?
The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the bloodburn. Elves and animals are affected, and for some reason it has a different effect on us than it has on your race. It corrupts us.
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough, the Council can't decide on a course of action. Pathetic, isn't it? People are dying, but all we do is bicker.
Where do you and Finrior disagree?
Oh, that's simple. Finrior claims that the corruption has nothing to do with the bloodburn, but is a curse of the Guardians. Of Ellen, to be precise.
I take it you have a different view on that.
I do. The Guardians are gone. That is common knowledge. I don't know if they are preparing for the return of Aeonir, as the purity of light claims. But I know that this is a fact we have to deal with.
So where do you think this corruption comes from?
As I said, I think it's just how we elves react to the bloodburn.
How many of you are affected?
Not as many as in your kind. 1 in 10, maybe. And for some reason the infection only spreads outside the city borders.
As I said, I'm trying to find a cure for the bloodburn. Maybe I might be able to help.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Well, yes, maybe your knowledge about the bloodburn could indeed help us. Give me a moment to think this through, will you? There are some things I need to consider.
All right. Interesting. We should probably talk to the other scryer, too.
Oh, great. Now you've fed them the same nonsense. Well done, Finrior. Well done. If there's any way we'll never reach a conclusion, it's by further spreading your "the Guardians have punished us" rubbish.
It's not rubbish. Blasted Varden. If it weren't for Ellen, we wouldn't even be here. I can't even believe we're still having this childish conversation. We should be out there, finding a solution, praying to Ellen for her forgiveness.
Yes, that would help, wouldn't it?
What? Who are you? Who let you in?
The gate was unguarded.
Really? Next thing you know, this place is being overrun by undead because the guards have all gathered to hear us bicker. You're from Gravefell, aren't you? I recognize that accent. I'm Arlen Finrior, first scryer of this settlement. What do you want?
I'm looking for allies, but let me start from the beginning.
Where was your beloved Ellen when they drove us out of whatever?
So, you're Isamo Taha's child. Well, you're lucky, I believe, that the Guardians have given us all a free will. I can see that you're nothing like your father, and it's true that the bloodburn has to be ended. I can agree with those crazy cultists.
Dobra, poczekajcie, muszę coś zmienić, bo w niektórych miejscach jest naprawdę tak przerąbane, że dźwięk, ekran mam na wysokim poziomie, to jest zmniejszone. Całą muszę wyłączyć. A widać różnicę, ja już widzę. Jakość tekstur, jakoś rozdzielczość, głębości cieni.
It's on that much.
So you're going to help us?
I would if I could. But as you may have gathered by now, we have our own battle to fight here. Ellen has cursed us.
Who is the other elf? The one you were arguing with?
A misguided fool. And sadly one with a very influential father, who made him the second scry of this township.
Ellen has cursed you?
Yes. Our lands are withering, and every 1 in 10 elves loses his mind. Their eyes turn black, they salivate like animals, and attack everything in sight.
And you think Ellen has inflicted this curse upon you?
I know. You see, since we Moria left Finnanmere, more and more of our people have fallen away from our faith. Some even blame the Guardians for our exile. I don't know how familiar you are with the history of our people, but briefly put, we were cast out of the Finnanmere Empire after we expressed doubts about the Elven Council.
So they exiled you? Yes, I know the story.
Exactly. They simply cast us out like an unwanted child. As you can imagine, the years we spent on the road searching for a new home were strenuous. And as a result of that, more and more of our people lost faith in the Guardians, which is ironic, since our faith was one of the reasons we were cast out in the first place.
Well, you can't deny that the Guardians have become weaker.
That is true. But have you ever wondered why?
I guess you have?
Yes, indeed. They have withdrawn from this world because people have stopped believing. It has always been our belief, our unwavering faith, that had made them strong. Without it, there simply is no reason for them to care anymore.
Pardon me, but that's nonsense. You're assuming the Guardians behave like little children, take away their sweets, and they run off crying or start throwing tantrums.
It's not that simple. But I doubt this is the right time for a theological discussion.
Probably not.
And what does all this have to do with the corruption?
Isn't it obvious? It's Ellen's punishment for us turning our backs on her.
You mean...
Yes. Ellen has protected our kind for millennia. And now, we have betrayed her. This is her punishment.
Isn't it more likely that this is simply the way elves react to the bloodburn?
No. Although rare, there have been cases of bloodburn among the Moria too, and they display exactly the same symptoms as humans. Varden Merilith simply likes to ignore that because it doesn't fit into his nice little theory. Also, why does it only occur in Leafshade, and only outside the city walls? The plague doesn't know borders.
No też jest racja.
If it is a curse by Ellen, how can it be cured?
Of course. Despite all we have done, Ellen still considers us her children. What she wants is for us to remember her, to return to our true faith. In other words, it is a trial. All we need to do is to trust in Ellen's guidance. Then we will find a way to lift the curse.
If you're the first scryer, why do you need Merilith's approval?
Because that's how the Moria law demands it. The Council has to come to a mutual agreement, otherwise we cannot take action.
What do the other scryers think about that? How many are there?
4. 2 of them are with me, 2 with Merilith. You see the problem.
If we help you lift this curse, would you be willing to ally yourselves with us?
Well, The blood burn is a scourge for all races, so, yes. Should you help us, I could take up the matter with the other scryers.
Now what?
Well, if there's any way to get their support, it's by helping them cure this corruption.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating, isn't it? I say we help the old one, Finrear. Merilith seems a tad too convinced of himself for my liking.
Then let's let them know.
Huh? And Evran? What are you doing here?
What are these two arguing about?
I don't see why that concerns you. How did you get in here anyway? Get lost.
Let's see.
Huh? What is it? Who are you?
Just a traveler. Don't mind me.
Where was your beloved Ellen when they drove us
All
out?
right, this is pointless. Does your offer still stand? An outsider who isn't dependent on the Council's approval might be just what we need.
No, teraz kurde, kogo popieram, to też jest ważne. Dobra, tego starca.
I'm happy to assist.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you say that. Come, let's talk somewhere else. I've had enough shouting for today.
Dobra, na razie cienie wyłączyłem, bo cienie bardzo mi żerały.
Blasted armor.
That's better. Ellen's reigns. Isn't it incredible how this fool is unwilling to see reason?
Well, from his point of view, you're the one being stubborn. He seems to think you're unwilling to see the facts.
I am seeing the facts. This isn't the first time the Guardians have lain a curse on us. Either way, all the better you're here. And let's discuss how we proceed. What we need above all is proof to convince Merilith. As long as he insists on brewing away that curse with just enough alchemy, we cannot take any real action.
What kind of proof did you have in mind?
That remains to be seen. First of all, scout Leafshade's surroundings. The curse seems to limit itself to the outskirts of our town. I will mark the place on your map where the activity has been most extreme. Secondly, there's a human military outpost nearby. To investigate, you'll need to ask for permission to cross their borders. After the disaster in Leonon, the last thing we want is another breach of our treaty.
If the jungle is corrupted, isn't it dangerous for us to scout it?
No. The infection doesn't happen instantaneously. If you were to stay longer, say 2 or 3 days, it might get you. But for now, you're safe.
Very comforting.
No, bardzo pocieszające. Schemat elfów.
Fine.
Another human? Well, isn't that great?
We're just...
No, say no more. I know why you're here. Looking for some nice elven kin to enhance your bloodline, aren't you?
What?
Yes, that's what I thought. Well, why don't you join your fellow crossbreeders in the Wolfgar lands? There you can copulate all you want. Now sod off.
Lol.
Now would you look
Looking
at
for
that?
potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
Toporny łuk. Nic specjalnego.
Good choice.
Dobra, najpierw pójdziemy do góry tutaj zobaczyć.
Understood.
Finally.
W sumie najpierw tutaj zbadamy, zobaczymy co tutaj jest.
This way, right?
Pathetic.
This is
Shit! Help me for heck's sake!
You read my mind. Interesting.
Następny schemat. Może wykorzystać krasnolud.
Really?
They will fall.
Fair enough.
Fine.
Let's do this. Get ready.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Alright, why not?
Ah!
Whatever's necessary.
Były pumy, tu są koty.
More fighting. Does this never end?
All right, here goes nothing.
Not now.
Fine.
I'll keep you shielded.
Dobra,
Fair
nawet nie
enough.
wiem gdzie
Let's
oni
do
idą,
this.
ale dobra, mniejsza o to.
Easy.
To jest jakiś mini boss. Trzeba go pojechać. Może jakiś fajny skarb będzie.
Here we go.
Jest czempion.
Is that all? Is that all?
Got it.
Child's play.
All right, here goes nothing.
Sure. Let's see.
Jakaś buława. No. Nic tutaj nie ma. lecimy tutaj z tego spaczenia. Damy jeszcze godzinę czasu. Za godzinę czasu będę spadał. Dopiero będę wieczorem.
Will do. You read my mind.
Get ready.
Shit! Help me, for heck's sake!
Interesting.
They will fall.
Yes?
Go. Don't let down your guard.
Yes. Whatever's necessary.
Słaby pożeracz, więc...
Fine.
Got it.
Huh. A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Who are you people? This is Elven territory, isn't it?
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. Just because the Moor here were allowed to put up their little town here doesn't mean they own the whole jungle. As for who we are, if you don't know, then you probably don't have any business here.
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn. Now, sod off.
Wait, not so fast. The Moor here sent us. It's important.
The Moor here, huh? All right, fine. Come in, but make it quick. We already have visitors, and they aren't too fond of your employers.
Don't you think these soldiers will recognize you?
I doubt it. Even if they know General Noria is looking for me, they wouldn't know my face.
You should rethink your position, old man. The light doesn't show mercy on those who betray it.
Well, maybe the light can show you the way out of my bloody camp instead.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, I think I do. I'm messing with a bunch of renegade cutthroats who think they can walk into a camp of the Royal Army and make demands just because their lunatic leader told you so. So, one more time for the slow ones among us. We won't attack those elves. On the contrary, if you do as much as lay a finger on them, you'll have to deal with us too. Are we clear?
You...
Are we clear?
Yes.
Now would you look at that? Who are you people? Nortander soldiers?
Aye, sure. We're humble servants of the Queen. Look, friend, I know what you are. A defiler. And if we weren't in the camp of that fucking coward right now, this conversation would go down a tad differently. So do yourself a favor and sod off before things change. 'Cause they will.
I think these are Bane. Purity fanatics. The ones Clara warned us about.
I heard that.
If you're not soldiers, what are you doing in this camp?
Business.
I'll leave you be. Interesting.
What? Wait a moment. You? Gilbert Vilmas, 2nd Division Everlight Infantry, isn't it? Blazes. What are you doing here?
I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I'm not with the army.
Oh, am I? Huh. Could have sworn. Oh, well, never mind. Who are you then? And how the heck did you get in here?
The guard let me in. My name is Tahar, and I'm with the Moir from Lithuania. There's something we need to discuss.
Tahar? Like that sodding rebel mage bastard? Boy, I surely don't envy your name. Forentis Copper, 2nd rank sergeant to the Royal Army. So, what news do you bring from our elven friends?
Well, I assume you've taken note of this strange plague going on in Leafshade. The elves have sent me to investigate it, and are asking for permission to cross borders.
Granted.
Just like that?
What should I say? We need this plague gone as much as the more here. We've stayed away from the corrupted parts, aye, but we've nonetheless lost 3 men already. Just don't do anything unwise, and you can walk freely within our sectors. One more thing, though. There's something that we need done, and I don't have any men to spare at the moment. Would you be willing to help us as a sign of goodwill?
Of course. What do you need?
Well, it's simple. Since we made camp here, some of my men and women have contracted a nasty kind of fever. We ordered a shipment of herbs from another outpost in the Utran lands, but it hasn't arrived, and the man I sent to get it has not been heard of ever since. Would you be willing to search the shore for my scout, or maybe the ship itself? The weather has been rough lately, and maybe it was wrecked.
Sure. Any idea where we should search?
Aye. Do you have a map? Here. That's where we were supposed to receive the shipment.
Got it. Thank you.
That's quite the detour. And again, having a good reputation never hurts, does it?
That was my thinking.
One more thing. Who sent you? I mean, who of the scryers?
Arlen Finrir. Why? Is that important?
No, just personal interest. Arlen and I are old acquaintances. He's a good man, and a follower of the old faith. Don't have many these days. If you want, I'll send some of my men along to support you. They know the jungle, and they know how to wield a sword. What do you think?
That would be great.
Good. I'll let the sergeant know. Tell Arlen Forentis says hello, will you?
This is ridiculous.
I'm ready. That's the way.
No i dobrze. Teraz będzie więcej.
Oi, you. Wait a moment.
Me?
No. The Queen's golden tits. Of course you. Say, does the name Bertrand Carpel ring a bell for you?
Why? What do you know about Bertrand?
Not much. Only that he came by our camp just this morning and told me he was looking for someone. And the face he described looked just like yours. Anyway, I told him I had no bloody idea what he was on about. So he left. But asked me to leave a message if you should come by. Which heck knows why you did.
What's the message?
Just that he's up north somewhere, here in Leafshade, and that he'll be waiting there for you until dusk.
How did he know I'd come?
Well, best you ask him that yourself, will you? I've got a shift to take care of.
Just give the word.
Ten musiał zawsze, kurde, zwinąć taką akcję.
Attack!
No!
I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I do. I'm Iana. I and those 5 men were hired to kill you.
You're assassins.
We are. That is, I am and they were.
Who are you working for? How did you know we'd be here?
You weren't as hard to follow as you think, Tahar. And regarding your first question, Amaria Leonider.
The House of Leonider? But why?
Well, I hate to say it, but there are a lot of people who want you dead, Tahar. The question should be, why her? And I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that. I'm not paid to ask questions.
Sorry, but I don't understand. Why did you help us?
I'm afraid that's complicated. Do you prefer the short or the long version?
The short version.
I know that you are after a cure for the blood burn.
And that made you change your mind?
Yes. To be frank, I lost someone to the blood burn. Someone very close to me. And even though nothing is going to bring her back, I want an answer. In other words, I want to offer you my services.
That guard who sent us here, he mentioned a friend of mine, Bertrand. Did you...
harm him? No. I don't even know who or where he is. Leonider gave us that name and told us it would be a good lure. So we paid that guard a handful of coins to tell you his story. That's it.
And just why should we trust you? You're a sellsword.
Well, I can't tell you what to do or feel. But think of it this way. If I had wanted you dead, why would I risk my life to save you? Furthermore, word that the assassination failed will get around soon enough. And mark me a betrayer among my kind. Even if I decided to murder you in your sleep, I would not get any money from it.
How can you help us?
Well, judging from the trail of blood you left behind, this won't be your last battle. I can make sure they'll end in your favor. Also, I am... how should I put it? Different. I can feel and see things others can't.
Huh. Such as?
Such as the fact that you are searching for something you're afraid you'll never find. There's a voice haunting you from beyond the grave. And you want to do that voice justice.
I don't know what you're talking about, woman.
Maybe. Only you can know this. Long story short, I'm a dreamweaver.
A dreamweaver? I've heard that before. So you're some kind of mentalist?
Close. Let us suffice to say that I feel and perceive differently than most people. In every aspect.
Fair enough. Join us, if you must. We need all the support we can get.
Thank you. For a moment, I thought... well, it doesn't matter. There are some things I need to take care of before I'm fully at your disposal. I suggest you finish whatever business you have here, and then meet me at the route back to Iskander.
Will do.
Good. I will be waiting. And thank you for your trust.
Yes?
Okej.
Sure.
Nowy towarzysz. Teraz na każdą misję będziemy się zastanawiać, jak ona prawda będzie.
And off she goes.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. There's something odd about that woman, but she is telling the truth.
Niehoff's hammer. I was beginning to think these discussions were never going to end.
No argument there. Let's go talk to the soldiers and see if they let us into their territory to find that proof.
That way?
Mamy zwiadowcę, więc ze spokojem teraz szybciej nam to zajmie wszystko.
Let's see. Oh, do you smell that?
Yeah, like carrion.
And the water has the same color as the blisters on the corrupted.
If you ask me, we just found the cause of this plague. And it's definitely not a curse.
Corporal?
You got it.
All right.
No siema Michał, siemaneczko. No jeszcze będę streamował tak z pół godziny niecałe, bo będę musiał spadać.
Alright, why not?
Bo dzisiaj z moją kobietą idę do kina na 18. Będę dopiero tak o 20, 21. Może znów będę streamował, zobaczę. Jak to będzie? A jak u ciebie zacząłeś już rozgrywkę, czy jeszcze nie? Listy do M. Trzecia część. Chociaż nie oglądałem jedynki i dwójki, no ale to wiesz, jak idzie się z kobietą i chciała iść na ten film, no to idę, tak. Już nie będę wybrzydzał.
Yes? Did you say something?
Understood.
Wolałbym jakiś film fantastyczny, ewentualnie jakiś horror dobry.
More fighting. Does this never end?
This way, right?
Interesting.
Sure.
Ale wiesz, nic z tym nie zrobimy, nie?
I'll keep
To
you
mi się wydaje, że
shielded.
wrogów widziałem do góry, ale nie jestem pewien. Może skarb tu gdzieś jest.
Danger up ahead. I'll keep you shielded.
That way?
All right.
Kurde.
Easy.
All right, here goes nothing.
I can't. Fine. More fighting. Does this never end? Fine. Damn it! I need healing.
We should get moving.
No tak myślałem, że to nie będzie żadna klątwa, tylko to będzie...
Sounds like a plan.
A, tu nie umarli. Tu po prostu jakaś klątwa jest rzucona, czy coś takiego. Tak mi się wydaje.
A triad. Tiara's breath. Yes?
O kurde. Tego olbrzyma tutaj nie spodziewałem w ogóle.
Now would you... Blazes! What has happened to it?
Mind clouded. Dark fog. Dying. Please, you. Run. Run now.
Tahar, I don't like how it's looking at us. I think we should leave.
All right, so what the blazes was that? Why did it attack us?
The corruption. It must have taken hold of it.
But that's odd. I get how this frenzy could be an elf's reaction to the blood burn, but how likely is it that a tree ant reacts the same way? Not to mention all the animals.
O, może go zabije jakimś cudem. Się zbugował.
Yes?
Nie zostanę się tak. To ci przynajmniej są w stanie rozwalić. Zanim pójdziemy dalej, to tu sobie jeszcze zobaczymy, co tu takiego możemy ciekawego znaleźć.
Fair enough. Let's do this. Focus.
Czemu nie mogę użyć? Powinienem użyć.
They will fall.
Not now.
Pathetic.
Let's see. Interesting.
Skarby. Następny schemat.
Leave it to me.
Ci jeszcze nawalają w niego. No, zabiję go za chwilę. Oczywiście jak ja bym nawalał, to już bym go zabił, tak? Bo czarami, umiejętnościami bym go wykończył. A tak to troszeczkę dłużej to potrwa, no ale mniejsza o to. Padnie.
Will do.
All right. Is that all? I can't. Child. Easy.
That's it! Cast the spell, now!
Did you say something?
Come in.
Krwawienie.
Sure.
Dobra, to zobaczymy tutaj, czy coś jest. Jeśli nie, to w takim razie już całą mapę i wszystkie skarby znalazłem, jakie były. A nie, jest jeszcze jedna grupka.
I'll keep you shielded. You'll regret this.
Here we go.
Pytanie, czy go zabiją w ogóle? No, ma jakieś tam samoleczenie, więc trochę to potrwa.
Yes?
Yes?
Zręczność 6.
So, what's the plan?
Yes? Did you find anything?
2 things. There's a treant who was affected by the corruption, which makes it likely that it isn't the bloodburn that's causing this. Secondly, there are strange pools further down the jungle, and they seem to be tainted somehow. I doubt this was Ellen's doing.
Tainted, you say? But could it be...
What?
Well, something like this happened before. In Finnenmere, over 2 centuries before. Which means, however, that I know how to solve this problem too. Blast it, why didn't I think of this earlier? I think it's time to let Varden in on the results of our little expedition. Come, let's talk at the square. Varden, our new friend found some interesting news that might be worth talking about.
Zabiję go? Zabiję, ale trochę to potrwa.
Let's
What?
see.
While you were busy stirring up the masses against the Guardians, our new friend took the initiative and did some scouting. Care to tell him what we found?
Well, the corruption is neither caused by the bloodburn nor by the Guardians. There are tainted pools down in the jungle which seem to be responsible.
Pools? But...
Yes, Varden. They've been tainted.
Blazes. Of course.
What do you mean? What are those pools and how do we cleanse them from the taint?
They are... how should I put it? The life source of this forest. Apparently there's a cave full of aria and lenya beneath leaf shade, which is one of the reasons why this forest is so lush.
So the water is... magical?
Well, not exactly, but it's vital to the forest's survival. If it has somehow been corrupted, which your story suggests it has, that's bad.
And how do we cleanse them? Is this even possible?
Yes, but it's not an easy task. We'll need a lot of resources for that. And our most capable commander, Gilius, is not in leaf shade at the moment.
Well, if you want to, I can help. I've served as a commander for almost a decade.
I'm not?
If we do that, give you the command over this place until the problem is solved, do you promise by Ellen not to abuse your power?
Arlen, what?
Do you promise?
Yes, I do.
Good. Then I will instruct the citizens to follow your command. For now, at least. As I said, cleansing the pools is complicated, but possible. In order to do that, we will need to expand our sector. The ritualists need to have free and safe passage through the jungle.
I see. I will do my best. What do we do once we've secured one of those pools?
Instruct our workers to cleanse them and make sure they are protected. If the animals are as savage as you claim, then they might be a real danger. Now, lest we get started. We've wasted enough time already.
Understood.
Good. Varden, send word to the guards. I will take care of the workers.
Well, that was quick. Let's make sure not to blow our chance.
Corporal?
All right, give me a second.
Workers for that.
No kurde, no nie mogę go zabić. Lol.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
I haven't heard from her in a while. Ellen, bless
blesses us with her rays. A good omen. We will be swift.
What's next?
All right.
This will be a masterpiece.
Oni go nie mogą zabić i zrobić.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Damn it! I need healing. Damn it! I need healing.
They killed one of our heroes!
No, don't die on me, will you? We need you.
Wiem, że mnie nie potrzebujecie. Nie musisz mi tego mówić. To myśliska.
Yes?
Dobra, na razie wojowniczkę. Dobra, to bym musiał czyścić. Ci cały czas się nawalą i nie mogą go zabić, albo prawdopodobnie jest nieśmiertelny dlatego.
Yes?
Hmm?
Podstawowe łudnictwo.
What do we need?
They ambushed us. Those fucking bastards ambushed us.
Who did? What happened?
The Bane. That tattooed whore. One moment it was all normal, then they started slitting our throats.
Shit. They're in control of your outpost now?
No. I'm just here because I wanted to stretch my legs. Most of my men were still too sick to fight because of that bloody fever. It was a massacre. Listen, friend. They want to burn that elven village to the ground. You need to stop them. Arlen, he's a good man. He...
May your rains cleanse him from his pain.
This complicates things. If the Bane is willing to slaughter a division of the Royal Army for their goals, they won't show mercy on the Moor here either.
Then we won't show it either.
Let's see.
Yes?
Teraz pytanie, gdzie tu kurde jest to? Tu nie. Tu nie. Tu nie mogę wybudować. Tu też nie. Kurde. Gdzie to jest? Gdzie tu mam wybudować?
Expansion
Tu jest.
is the key to victory.
Okay, jest, mam. Potrzebujemy dość sporo drewna, no sporo drewna, bardzo dużo. Jesteśmy na razie na minusie.
Yes? What do we need?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
I 100 mięsa. Okej, powinno starczyć. Następny posterunek. Dobra, zabezpieczę trochę tu tych posterunków.
Yes?
O kurwa, zasadzka.
They killed one of our heroes.
O ja ci pierdolę, ale mi kurwa zajebali. Dobra, ja im powinienem chyba pomóc.
Just give the word. All right, here goes nothing.
You'll have to wait. I can't.
You read my mind.
I can't.
What's next?
Dobra, jakoś się obroniłem.
Give the word.
Dobra, idziemy tutaj też posterunek zbudować. Oni jeszcze tutaj nie wybudowali. Jestem całkowicie na minusie z tym drewnem. No nic z tym nie zrobię, ja potrzebuję w dużych ilościach tutaj drewna. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery.
Squire, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Dobra, potrzebuję też jedzenia. Tu mogę przejąć. Tu. Dobra, tu.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Dobra, tutaj jest. W takim razie tu mogę wybudować drewno i chata myśliwego. Okej. I tutaj następny posterunek wybuduję i będę produkował w dużej ilości drewno i się przygotuję właśnie na atak ludzi, tych zdrajców. No ale dobra, już nic z tym nie zrobimy. Szmata za to zapłaci. Ale to dokończymy, można powiedzieć, wieczorem. Ja powoli się będę spadał, bo muszę się szykować. Dobra, do usłyszenia, trzymajcie się, cześć!